And my comments will probably take about 30 minutes, Mr. Mayor, or less. Of course, I'm Ron McLemore. I am your quote-unquote interim city manager. And by way of introduction, I'd like to make the following comments. One, I have a reputation for being very aggressive in holding myself and my staff accountable for results and the efficient and effective delivery of services to the public. However, at no time have I ever knowingly or intentionally violated any laws, except for speeding. And as concluded by the special counsel in this case, I did not intentionally or knowingly violate a law to accomplish this purpose of effective, efficient delivery of services in this case. However, if a law was violated, I take full responsibility for it and offer my most earnest apology. Additionally, I want to emphasize 7 points. First, when these accusations were made, I fully supported the appointment of a special counsel and fully cooperated with special counsel for 3 reasons. First, to bring discipline to the process. Secondly, to determine if violations occurred, and to facilitate, thirdly, a fair and appropriate resolution or reconciliation of the matter. Secondly, it needs to be understood, as special counsel has said, that special counsel's reports are opinions. As such, they do not have the weight of law. And as stated by special counsel in his report, different attorneys come to different conclusions. Thirdly, there were no monetary transactions between the city and Festival Design for anything related to the community center, including the publication of the 2 information documents disseminated to the public. Fourthly, I had absolutely nothing personally to gain from either the passage or defeat of the referendum on the community center. Fifthly, based upon special counsel's findings in his opinion that staff time is an expenditure, I'm offering to reimburse the city $133.94 in rates of pay as calculated by the finance director for all the staff time included in the special counsel's report, in which he asked each person to describe the amount of time that they were involved in with these issues. 6, I want to point out this to you. I've been doing this a long time. If anyone believes that a government or a business exists without continuous flawed opinions of law and flawed beliefs of what the law is, you're very, very naive. And why is it the case that there's always flawed opinions out there? And the obvious reason is laws are highly debatable. They are highly debatable. And in that case, most of the time, the people who are involved in these debates between the parties without fanfare will avoid the cost of litigation by coming to a reasonable reconciliation of the issues. Finally, I want to reiterate that I have announced on several occasions my intent to resign effective December 31st, 2018, and to make myself available to the new council for a period not to exceed April 30th, 2019, only if they so desire my services. By way, Mr. Mayor, of background, I came to the city in July of 2016 to help the city through a period of crisis because I believe I had the experience to successfully address the city's issues. Working with the elected officials and staff, in less than a year, we successfully worked through those issues and the city was performing in an efficient, effective, and progressive mode of operation. In July, August, and September of this year, the city was faced with a crisis of another kind. The city experienced unprecedented rains, resulting in the cancellation of July 4th fireworks, widespread flooding issues requiring around-the-clock attention, and complicated by the threat of a major hurricane that could have dumped an additional 8 to 12 inches of rain on the city, resulting in catastrophic failure of the city's stormwater system and widespread property damage, forcing the city into an emergency status. Additionally, we were involved in a very complex renegotiation of the City's Solid Waste Services Agreement with Waste Pro and adoption of the FY19 budget, major roadway issues, including 2 roadway sinkholes, and unprecedented growth and development activity. In my personal life, I was dealing with 2 cancer threats that proved to be negative and a medical procedure that put me down for several days. During this highly reactive period, decisions were made in a very expedited manner. There was little time to devote to the community center, probably less than 1% of my time. In a more normal workload environment, the special counsel's comment regarding the need for additional legal review, in fact, may have happened. Now, I just want to reiterate that I came out of retirement to help the city. My only role that I am performing in any way is to try to help the city. I am been in retirement. I was very happy in retirement, but I came here at your request to help you, and that's my total purpose and nothing else. In regards to, I would like to address 4 provisions of the report as presented by special counsel, not for argument or contentious debate, but just to bring some context to these issues. 1, in regards to special counsel's opinion on the expenditure of public funds. The expenditure of public funds appears to be center focus of special counsel's report, and that's understood. As stated in special counsel's report, I was of the belief that the word expenditure as utilized in the statute means a monetary transaction only. Although special counsel finds that no monetary transactions took place between the city and Festival Design, special counsel is of the opinion that staff time is an expenditure as utilized in the statute, and utilization of staff time is therefore a violation of the statute. As I understand it, to reach a finding on the definition of the word expenditure as utilized in the statute, special counsel reviewed a number of agency opinions to conclude in his opinion, the word expenditure as utilized in the statute includes staff time. I want to emphasize that I did not have this additional information available to me during this time. Additionally, it's my understanding that there is no on-point case law defining the word expenditure as utilized in the statute, and I think the special counsel has referred to that. That being the case, we don't know. That being the case, we don't really know what interpretation of the statute is correct. We only have 2 competing opinions. My question is this: since statutory law and case law forms the basis of current law, that no on-point case law exists, and the additional information reached by special counsel was not available to me at the time, is it unreasonable to conclude that my interpretation of the law was in fact an unreasonable interpretation?